Good morning, everybody. So, my period started today, which was a surprise because I thought with all these heavy medicines I'm on that I wouldn't have them anymore. Because when I was in prison, I had like maybe 6 periods the entire time I was there. And that's like in a 4-year span. And so I just figured maybe I'd get lucky and not have them anymore because of the meds I'm on, which are very heavy tranquilizers. But it started. I realized my video yesterday was really depressing, but it came from the heart. I'm Nikki Blue on TikTok for a reason. I'm Blue Star 3 on YouTube for a reason. I like to be called Blue because, yeah, the color is beautiful. But I'll just be honest, like, I'm blue a lot of the time, which is an emotion, which is kind of like the blues music. I'm just kind of a depressive person. Don't get me wrong, when I can be happy, I'm happy. Like, a literally happy person when I'm happy, but it's rare that I'm happy. And like people at the Sunshine House and people in my life, they're used to seeing me happy. And now that I'm not, they're all like, what's wrong? And I just don't get it because, like, before I went to prison, I was this way. I was mopey and depressed and sad. And granted, I've been happy since I got out of prison in February. But that's because I started this vlog thing, experiment. And I don't know, once you come out of prison after being there for so long, you are happy, because all of a sudden you're not in a cage. And it's just like, whoa, like, wow, look how much the world has changed. For me, it was like walking into a new surreal universe. All of a sudden there's kiosks everywhere. All of a sudden there's self-checkouts everywhere. The cars went from being crappy to futuristic. I'm walking around, driving around town and looking at all these cars that like look like they came out of Space Jam or something. I'm just like, what? And Crossville became more populated, so I'm like used to a small sleepy town, and now I go out and there's Mercedes everywhere, there's Audis and Lexuses and just like all these cars that I'm used to seeing in like California but not in Tennessee. And then of course there's the Tesla, but there's only like 2 of those in town, so there's not many of those. But it's just like all of a sudden there's these cars, these kiosks. You can buy masks everywhere. It's just a whole new world, pretty much. And I was just excited. I was just like flabbergasted. And I still should be. I get it. But I am mentally ill and I have mental problems. So, with that said, I was manic. I had a high. I was going around thinking that I could be on TV for some stupid reason. I was like, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be so cool to have a reality show called My Psychic Life, because I've always been psychic and I've always wanted to prove it to the world in a scientifical way. Which is bad, and that's why I'm not going to get a TV show. See, if you want a TV show and you're not genuine, you're not going to get it. And I'm not going to get it because I want it. You know what I mean? So, like, people that are on TV are people who don't really want to be on TV, but their story is so magical and positive and enriching that TV finds them. So, like, basically what that means is I can't find TV and TV won't find me because my story is not that genuine. It's really depressing and sad. And who wants to hear my story? Like, I don't. So, and I'm supposed to be focused on other people right now and not myself. That's part of being a good person in society, is to care about other people and not care about yourself. Because when you care about yourself, that makes you a narcissist. And the more I care about myself, the more narcissistic I am. So I need to stop caring about myself, which is why I said I don't deserve love, because I really don't, because I had so many chances to stop using drugs when I was younger. I still used them. I hated reality. I hated myself. I hated what I got into. I didn't like anything about my life, so I would get high to escape reality, because reality was just so negative, so negative. And I'm like a broken record, and it's happening again. I'm getting taken advantage of. I'm losing everything that I have. I have nothing. I'm not going to get into my personal life right now, but in layman's terms, it sucks. Like, my life sucks right now. Really, it does. I most likely have to give up my domain names, the only thing I've ever invested in. I most likely have to take down the few sites I have left up, because I have no way to continue operating them because of the stressful situation in my life. And I'm ready, like, I already know deep down that I have to get rid of these things, because I live in a nightmare. My nightmares come true. They really do. I guess it's part of my schizophrenia. But if it's a nightmare and it's negative, it's going to come true. Like, it's just how it is. My nightmares are going to come true. And so my nightmare is that I'm going to have nothing. And so at the end of the day, that's what's going to happen. I'm going to have nothing. My nightmare is I'll never find true love. Well, that's going to happen too. Because, one, you can't find it yourself. It has to find you. And, I'm going to be waiting the rest of my life until I die. I know it's not going to find me, Because I guess right now I don't even want to be found, to be honest. I fell when I got out of I don't even know when I started falling for Elon Reeve Musk, but I fell for him so hard. Like a shooting star crashing into planet Earth. That's how hard I fell for him. And it wasn't really the money that drew me to him. It was, I'll just say it was SpaceX, really. It's cool he owns Twitter. It's cool that he owns Tesla. But SpaceX is what drew me the closest to him, because I love space, and that's just the truth. I saw him as like a spaceman, like a little guy in space, and I'm a spacey girl. And so I was like, wow, this guy, he's like into space. That's so cool. And so then my stupid schizophrenia was like, oh, maybe we could do a show called SpaceX Love. But, that's also a really stupid dream. But now you guys know, I fell for him because he was spaceman. Unfortunately, he has money and all that crap, but anyway, that's not going to happen either. I'm over that crush. I no longer have a boy crush on Elon Reeve Musk, because I know it's impossible. Anyway, it's 10 minutes, they're done. This is Blue Star 3. I love you guys. Yep. And I love coffee. Good stuff. Good stuff.